I thought our team really just kind of a blue-collar win, really, I guess is the best way I describe it. I think we were pretty aggressive defensively, maybe not right at the start, but shortly thereafter. And could have played a little better offensively. We missed some layups in the first half and had a few too many turnovers, being a little careless, playing a little faster than we maybe needed to. But you know, all in all, having said that, I thought our guys really approached the game the right way, and we forced Wake out of the things I think they like to do offensively and made them do some more one-on-one stuff. So our defense was pretty good.
Talk about their defense on Travis Mackey. He didn't even score until 9-11 left in the second half.
Just, you know, I mean, it wasn't anything overly particular. I just thought that our guys locked in. You know, he plays 4 and 3. I thought Devin had him early. I did some good things defensively with him. Tanner got a turn on him for a while and did some good things. Brian, we kept some fresh people. You know, and I thought some of our pressure bothered them a little bit. Didn't allow him to get into a flow, but he's certainly a talented player. They did show some signs of guys being able to really make good individual plays in the second half.
One of DeMontez's best defensive efforts.
Yeah, I mean, very good. I thought he played a good game. You know, I thought he was very unselfish in this game. I think in games like this, you kind of get a 12, 14-point lead, and maybe even older players who play a lot will maybe take a couple of ill-advised shots to try to get in a couple extra points if they can. And I thought he was very unselfish tonight. I thought he passed up shots. I thought he really was looking to get other guys the ball in good position. Didn't always result in assists. I don't think he had a lot of assists, but I thought he had a lot of extra pass plays that got the ball to a guy in a good position. Sometimes we didn't finish because we didn't shoot as well as I would have liked. But I thought he just played a really sound game all around.
Brad, if you'd come into school and told all the guys, listen, you're going to shoot as much as you want, it's going to be great, they all would have joined in. But I mean, telling them, listen, you're going to play defense really hard for 35 seconds, how difficult was it to get them to buy it?
You know, it was hard because you're not only teaching the defense, you're teaching offensive defense. It's not like you're just a defensive coordinator.
Right.
And so when they come to you, you just talk about defense all the time. You got to talk about out-of-bounds plays. You got to talk about zone offense, man offense. So you're teaching so many different things that probably for a little while, if you would have asked them, it wouldn't have been just, you know, we need to really play hard defensively. That's what coach wants. And I think they understood it, but because we're also talking about motion offense and all these other things, and because the media kind of was so preoccupied with motion offense, I was kind of the one that finally, hey guys, you know, if you watch our team long enough and you've studied my teams of the past, you'll eventually see that we try to be good defensively. That's really where I'm trying to coach really hard, and we certainly want to be good offensively. So it took a little longer, but I think our guys, once we started having some success with it, they started to embrace it even a little more.
Coach, can you talk about, I guess, the 2-game season now and what's coming up on Wednesday night? Certainly a tough one.
It's down to a 2-game season now.
Well, we've been going on this for a week, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty good for a team that was 5-4 to be in this position now. You know, I've talked about how much I think our team has improved. We're not the same team we were in November and December, early December. I don't think many people would have thought that we would have gotten to this point, except maybe some of us in the locker room. And, you know, there's still a ton of work left. 2 very hard games this week with Duke and Virginia Tech. And, I mean, to do that, the league officers are probably going to make one of the new coaches go to Duke on senior night, right? I was the guy that short straw. So, I mean, that's certainly a daunting task. I don't know if they're retiring Nolan Smith and Kyle Singler's jersey yet, or if they're going to wait till next year or the year after or whatever. But we know we have our work cut out for us. They're a terrific team and an electric atmosphere.
You mentioned the 5-4. Is this team where you thought they would be?
You know, I thought we could be better than people thought. I really did, because I thought that Jure had the ability, if we could get him enough confidence and to be better than people would think Jure could be, and so that would give us a little bit of the inside-out combination that I think you need. Did I know where we'd be? I don't know. I don't think like records and all that kind of stuff, but I thought we could be a little better maybe than some people thought, just based on the fact that DeMontez was a fourth-year guy that had been in the league and, you know, had had some success, and we knew that we needed somebody else to emerge. I thought the most likely candidate would be Jure, and he certainly has done that. You know, Andre and Tanner are just very solid guys that do their thing, and you know, and I think they've had good years that way. But Jure's the guy that has kind of moved us to a little bit higher level.
Have you ever took a team into Duke before?
Have not. Have not.
Your team's
You
got.
don't sound like it sounds like a good opportunity.
I want to say something, I just can't say it right now.
The look on your face didn't make that sound that's like too fun.
Brad, was there a point where you talked about the difficulty of getting the defense going? Was there a point where you thought, okay, now they're, you know, like they turn the corner or they're really
I just thought, you know, I think we showed flashes of it. Like Florida State in the first half was terrific, and then the second half was awful. But we gained some confidence through the mid-December game where we put some wins together, and we did it in a fashion that, you know, we put some people away. We had some very good halves where we dominated a few people defensively, you know, and made it very difficult for them to score. And I think, again, our guys began to embrace it a little more and like it, and understood that, hey, this is pretty fun. Like you don't have to press to play really good defense, or to be hard to play against, or to create turnovers, or to do all those other things. And but it's very hard work.
Did you like your execution against their zone, say that?
You know, it was okay. You know, if you make a couple more threes, everything looks great. You know, but the shots were really pretty open. So it was fine. I thought we threw the ball. We made a decision at halftime, I did, to just keep our big guys down there. Like, we're throwing it inside. Devin started a half with a hook, and he started with another one. He missed the second one, and he made a short jumper. So we really tried to go inside first, and then we knew that the shots from the perimeter would open up.
There was a stretch, I think, where you were up 10 and threw it into Devin. He got fouled and made a couple free throws, and then it seemed like it opened up for Tanner and DeMontez. They made a couple threes. Is that
right.
kind of what you were talking
Yeah,
about?
that's
how
what we talked about that at halftime, about just being inside out first, not falling in love that Wake was going to the zone, for us to not fall in love with the jump shot. There were going to be a lot of jump shots there, but don't take the first one unless it's a real rhythm shot, and look inside first. Make sure that we try to get a touch inside. And I thought we did a better job of that in the second half.
Back to defense, it seems like your team's gotten progressively better throughout the season, particularly on the interior of staying grounded, not going for the shot fakes, and they're causing lots of deflections. Is that something that y'all really worked hard on in practice?
Yeah, we're not where we need to be honest with you. We really need to take more charges. We need to continue to be better at that. You know, it's a fine line, because Jure is a good shot blocker and he can alter shots. And so there are times when he goes to block things and alter shots, and then a lot of times it works. But there are also times when he can take himself out of position, or he can get himself up in the air and a guy can draw a foul on him. And there's a fine line there that he has to keep learning about, how to be a guy who's a shot blocker, but also when to do it. You know, sometimes when you're guarding the guy with the ball, it's better to just what we call wall up, where you just put your chest on people and be really physical and don't leave your feet, what you're talking about. We have gotten better at that.
Any other questions? Okay.
Thanks, guys.